Good day, tubes. How's she going? Oh, look, it works good for this. Nice and light, fluffy kind of, sort of dirty kind of stuff I scraped off yesterday when I was brushing and stuff. Yeah, seemed to work good for that. I just kind of swept her into a bit of a pile and then scooped her with the Dewey here. And yeah, it worked good. Worked good. Sometimes it seems like these things I put in here for the stiffeners kind of stuff gets kind of bunged up in front of it, and then it kind of doesn't all want to go in. But once you tip her up and give her a couple of good shakes, she seems all right. So lovely. But anyways, yesterday there I ran all the way down to Princess Auto, apparently for no reason, for getting some pullers that I don't really need for this project. But anyhow, pullers is all right to have because there's a lot of other things I have use and need pullers for, which I didn't really have good sized pullers for. So we've got good sized pullers now, but we don't apparently need them for this project because this little thing I'll show you when we get down here is called a taper lock. Thanks to all you guys for giving me the help of identifying that and let me know kind of how they work. And I looked up some videos there and figured out how they worked and stuff, and it looks like it was set up right. And the other hole is for releasing that taper lock. We'll go have a look at that in a second here. But we'll see what we can do. I made a special tool this morning for tightening the Allen key and stuff there onto that little grub screw. But we'll go down and have a look here. Alright, so what is supposed to happen here is these two screws are supposed to tighten and expand this collar thing out onto the gears here. Now what you're supposed to do to get it off, and of course all the videos I watched was a nice clean, nice fresh, brand new, never used, you know, nothing rusty and grimy like this thing. But what you're supposed to do is tighten the screw in, and it's supposed to expand. Yeah, these push it in. That one's supposed to expand it out, pushing this thing backwards so you can pull all this thing out. Now, what I think has happened here is there's a bit of rust in there, and this isn't actually letting it do that. So what I'm going to probably have to do is try hitting her with some punches and stuff or whatever, something on this gear. Maybe even if I get one of my great big huge mother sockets, I could hit all around the outside of this, which might be enough shock that it might loosen that thing off. Now this thing of course is still going to be sort of seizured with the key on the shaft, and then what they say, hopefully there's enough room back in here, you got to put something in here that will expand that thing out, this collar out, and allow it to expand off the shaft, and then it should all fall apart. That is the theory. Theory. Hopefully. Okay, theory. Okay. So we're gonna see if we can do her here again, because technically all the way around this thing on this collar thing is going this way. So the more you tighten these down, technically the more she'll squish down and tighten around everything else. So a puller on there will absolutely not work. It'll just get tighter and tighter and tighter until something breaks. But anyways, so what we're gonna have to do, I guess, is I got this screw tightened in as tight as I can get her. The bit was starting to twist. My Allen key was starting to twist. So what we're gonna do now is try tapping her. Maybe I can, like I say, get a big socket and put right on there. Maybe a couple of good things will nail her off. And if not, I guess we might have to try the air gun on different places here. That might be enough shock that it might loosen it off. But here we go. Let's try her out. So that's the first time I've ever done anything with a fitting thingy like this. A taper lock, they call it. I've always had the things where, you know, you put your Dewey on, and then you just put a screw, jam it down on through onto the shaft there, and it always seemed to work. But then you do need sometimes a puller to yank them off. Oh, coffee, cold, yummy. So yeah, we got all these lovely pullers that we don't really need for this job, but they're still a good thing to have, because there's a lot of things, you know, that I like to do with pullers that interesting. Those things usually are the first things to break off. Those little tips on there, it's like a sharp little, I don't know why they put them on, but anyhow, there's my you know, killing spike I made there one day just for fun, and drilled her out this morning to hold my Allen key. So give me a little more leverage. Basically, I'm twisting my key there, so I can't seem to get her much tighter than that. And what we're going to try now is maybe just hitting her a couple of times with the rubber mallet on the gear here. Doesn't seem to be working. Okay, let's go see what I got for a huge mother socket that I might be able to put on there and have a little more metal contact. Alright, so that's the biggest one I got, a 2-inch, made in China. Should probably have on a pair of safety glasses. Maybe, no, that's going to stay there. Okay, let me go grab a pair of them first. Alright. See, I don't understand still how this is going to work here, because there isn't really enough room in behind here for this thing to pop off it. Maybe that's all it needs. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Jeez, I don't know, boys. Holy shnikes, she's in there. Oh, it's coming, though, look. It has moved. I think. Which it started to move. Started to move, or it started to bend. One of the twos. Maybe I'll try tightening this thing up again. So, I guess these things, these fittings, oh yeah, she's loosened a bit. These fittings work good in, oh yeah, she's coming now. They work good in, yeah, it's very tight there now, so I still don't know how I'm going to get this out of here. Wow, how the heck do you, how the heck do you get that out? Wow. I don't know. She's definitely come looser, but now I'm wedged all up against inside here, which I thought was going to happen. Okay. Let's try backing us out again here. Now it's coming back in. Wow, what is the secret to this here, boys? They've got her something's weird here. I don't know. It's definitely come off. Oops. But now I got the thing all wedged up against the inside of this. That's really interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do here now. Because basically, like the ones they showed me on the videos, they had all kinds of room behind. This seems kind of short. That's got to go back in there. This is supposed to be the removal hole, like say. Okay, that's about all I can get. See, now I gotta try to get this piece off of the shaft. I don't know. All that rust in there, right? She's not helping much. Ow, that hurt. Should be using my Dewey here, that's why. That's why I made it. kind of understand what's happening here now. It's only got the one side it's really pulling on here. Still don't like how much it's jamming that thing into the bolts in here though. I don't really like that much. Ah, for cornflakes. Get in there. It's definitely coming more though. Okay. So that is supposed to, I'm gonna keep going I guess. This is suppose to just come right off of here now. Yeah, I think we're free now. Okay, so now what they were showing on the video as well is you get something, small screwdriver to wedge up inside of here, and it should expand enough that that thing should pop off. Of course I don't have a screwdriver. One sec. Alright, this isn't much of a screwdriver, but it's close. So there she comes, look. I've seen her move, I think. Hang on. Hold on, hang on to her. Hang on. Guess I could do it that way too, that'd make it a little easier, wouldn't it? Tighten back down. I don't think I got it off quite enough yet, but close. Probably be fine if I didn't have all this rust on here. That's definitely loosened off there now, so that's good. Maybe I'll try jamming this in a bit more here. Well, so far I think I'm liking my other pulley system better, but oh, I just broke it. Huh. Yeah, I just broke it. It broke right through there, if you've seen that. I know that's what they were saying too. You gotta be careful you don't break these things. And guess what? I just broke it. Wow, that was still on there real good. That's probably why it broke. Holy shnikes. Okay, let's see if I can get this keyway out. She's pretty rusted in there, so I imagine that's probably why it broke. Wow, I don't know, boys. I'm not liking this side here too well. Not liking these ideas too well here. I guess in theory they work, but now probably getting hung up with a stupid key in here. Scrub screw. That's all that's holding it probably. So, oh, still hanging on good. She's loose, but there we go. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with that now. I don't think TSE sells anything like that. We may have to just get a regular thingy for this. Looks like a 1-inch shaft. And just bolt her on like I was wanting to do it before, like the way she should have been done. But anywho, now it looks like we can get in there and get these bolts off. And I also found on the spinnery thing here, there is actually a hole. I don't know if the camera will catch it, but there's a hole where you can actually get your hand sort of jammed down in the brushes here in a certain area. And sort of get in there and get it turned, but with my great big ape hands there, it's a bit tight. But it does sort of work. Why do you always get an itch on your neck or something there when you've got gobby up hands? Okay, so just dump all those out. Another one here. Glad my little extension I got in here has the little gripper dewies on it. Makes her a little bit nicer for getting this thing out of here. Now this last one is going to be interesting because I can't really get down in there too well. Holy shnikes. There we go. Okay. Whew. Now, that should just pop right out, I think. Everything's good for that side. Holy crap. Alright, now we got to see if we can get this bearing collar locker thing off of here. Because we got to get this bearing, I think, off of here out of the way so we can get this plate thing off of here to get the brushes off. And of course it's, yeah, tight. Which I guess tight is better than not tight. And rusted, and yeah. Get these screws only in by about 4 threads, but not a really big screw, I guess. Okay, and there's another one here, double locker. See, this is sort of more what I'm used to. Is this sort of kind of idea of stuff, you know? It's moving on the shaft there now, so this one's not even tight hardly. Now, also I gotta try to get that bearing off of there, which doesn't look like fun. Get in there. I wish they had ratchet Allen key wrenches. That'd be nice. Come on. Get these right out so that puts any question of, oh, it must be the key holding it, right out of context, we'll say. Now that's probably going to need cleaned up, this shaft here, because I don't think, oh, maybe it will come off. These actually lock on to the bearing as well, so never mind, we got her. We're good. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Alright, I see this plate's a little bent here. It's interesting. That looks like a 10 millimeters. Now, where did my 10 millimeters end up? On there, ratchet there. Look good. That's good. They got a collar thing in there like the rest of the thing. All put together. Yeah, I don't know whether I should just... I'm positively sure that TSC won't stock anything. I don't think I've seen those taper locks like that at Princess even. Stupid thing broke on me. I don't know if, I guess it was mostly me doing that, but it seemed like it was seemed like it was awful tight there for some weird reason. It's the rust, I guess. Let go. Okay. That one's not ready quite let to go yet. So yeah, maybe I should order that from John Deere. I don't know if there's a part number or nothing on it, but that one guy I use up there for parts, he's amazing at finding stuff. He'll be able to look it up. Drive, cog, that bit? Yeah. Okay, we'll have her like by tomorrow. Okay, so this is the part we've been all waiting for. Let's back his up a little hair bit here. And maybe we'll go over here a little bit more too. And hopefully all this. Oh, of course. Give me a little bit of assistance, maybe. Holy Nikes, that's on there. There's nothing really there to pry on. Try. Man, this whole thing's been a pain in the butt so far. Get back here. I ain't done with you yet. Wowee. Now that should slide right off. Is right here. That's gonna need some work and some spray maybe. Or maybe a puller and some somewhat light pressure onto it. Man, I hope the brushes aren't seized on here too. I don't want to put a huge heap of pressure to it because it's already starting to bend that plate. Holy Hannah! What in the heck is holding that there? Rust, I guess. Oh, stay there. Stay! Stay! The corn flakes. Yeah, I'm kind of bending the crap out of that plate. And it's not really being held on by much is what I don't understand. There's not really anything there, so... Wow, seriously? It's on there that good that I've just like pretty much destroyed this plate. That's pretty bad. Sorry about that. I think that's actually loosened her now. Maybe enough. Holy Hannah. Oh, stuff splashed all my face. I can straighten the plate out, I think. That's no problem. You know, I think it is. It's a little bit of rust. There. And the frickin' paint. Jeez. Okay. I think we're finally ready. Actually, that plate's not too bad. Okay, let's back these up again. Alright, well, hopefully this next bit will be alright. Pull her back up here, trip on it. That plate's not too bad. I think it'll be alright. There wasn't much holding it, just a little bit of crap there, but anywho, these should technically just all pop off. Scrap them. And they basically go on like a staggered thing here. Should show you the inside here maybe. There's alignment pins and then they stagger here, you know, backs and forth, so they come on, they bush out here. So you see how they're sort of stacked. Then this one here's got pins on it, right? So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool how they sort of stay on there like that too, and it's basically the pins that hold them on, and they don't spin around then. So anyways, let's peel the rest of these off of here, and we'll start stacking the new ones on. Looks like a TV antenna now. Being stubborn. So I want to leave the one on there just so I know how to start the first one. Oh, jumping. Okay. They got bent or something, I don't know. Okay, so excuse me. There's one of the new fellers. So if we put it on just like that, it should go together exactly the same. Alright, well, I'm going to not film stacking all these because it's probably going to take me quite a few minutes. And I'll show you when we get them all back together here. Well, so far so good. I figured I'd maybe film a little bit of it for you. Pardon me. Basically what you got to seem to do is put one up what I would call right side up. And the other one upside down, right side up, upside down, right side up, upside down. Sometimes I screw up and I put one on the other way and you got to flip it around, but basically, this one might be wrong. Oh, this is right. Basically what happens then is they, if you don't do it right, it basically, like this one, I'm going to try not to do it right. Oh no, yeah, that's wrong, see? How it's meshed there and stuff. You got to flip it over backwards the other way. And that changes the profile of the bent steel here, and then you're opposing yourself. So there's a box. One box done. There you go, box. So, sure looks a lot bigger than the brushes on her. And, here we go for the next box now. It's probably wrong. No, we're good. So that one goes that way. Yep. This one should go this way. And this goes upside down. I'm trying to stagger where the drivey pin things go, but and this one goes this way. This one goes upside down. This one goes right side up. It suck having this job in the factory, let me tell you. And this one goes this way. And this one goes upside down. And this one goes this way. And this one goes upside down. This would really suck. You get all these on here and you're like, oh crap. One at the bottom needs changed. I think we're good so far though. This one should go upside down. And this one goes that away. Now, I seem to have one extra brush. For some reason I don't think it's gonna fit on here. I think that's what it was packaged like. Yeah, I got one extra brush it looks like, so I don't know why, but alright. Now it's not gonna want to sit there, is it? Okay, we better get see this plate, how it's actually looking. That seems alright there. Okay, let's get some bolts back in here so if I drop it, it's not going to explode on me. And I haven't called John Deere yet to see if they can get me a new Dewey there. One guy, I don't know what time he normally would go for lunch, so I'll wait maybe a bit. Because she's about noon timerish right now. Now, 10 mil somewhere here. What did I do with you? 10 mil? 10 mil? Huh. That's weird. Gotta be here somewhere. You guys probably can't even see what I'm doing here, can you? There. Now you can see what I'm doing. How you doing? Oh, he got a mouthful of something he's gonna eat up. Good old black crow. I mean, there's no real washers or nothing under these things. Over tighten these guys because there's not much behind there for a nut to be. Okay, that's probably not going to stand up there, so lay them down here. Holy Hannah! Okay, very good. Alright, so I just got off the phone with the John Deere guy. He was there. He's ordered me the piece I need for that broke, and I got a couple of bearings too. Or these ones are probably, oh, now I don't know so much. It's not rolling super nice, pretty dried out looking. So it's maybe a good thing I ordered a couple of them too, one on each end here. So I guess it'll be a few days before we can slap her all back together, because he says it's got to come out of a place called Grimsby, which actually I could probably drive down there today and get it for tonight. But anyways, a couple of days they'll bring it up for me. And this one actually seems to roll better, probably because it's got less crap flinging up on here. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, we'll replace those two, I think. You might as well while you got it this far apart, you know, because basically to replace that now you'd have to tear the whole thing off anyways. So that would sort of kind of suck. But anyways, we'll just get her up out of the doorway here. Bring all our bits and pieces and stuff here inside for right now. And we'll have to put her on a postpone, I guess, for right now. But that's okay. I'll just leave everything right here. Oh man, leave everything right there for now. And when we get our bits and pieces in, we'll get her back together. I figured he wouldn't stock something like that. He'd have to order that in, but I think he says, yeah, it's got to come out of Grimsby. I think that's their main sort of stock and warehouse for their dealerships. So too bad it's not a little closer, but you can see now how these things work. These are the two that lock the thing. Where am I? No, that's the release one. And those are the two that lock it in, because there's threads in here, but not in this one. So this one threads into there, and then it ends up just separating. It's supposed to, but there's just a little bit too much rust in there that my stuff wasn't penetrating too well. Now, a little heat might have worked, but I don't know. I really don't want to start smoking stuff too hard, you know, and you end up wrecking other things. Well, I'm replacing bearings anyway, so it wouldn't really matter, but she'll do. She'll work. But yeah, it's too bad. It's just so thin there, I guess, too, and it broke right along the edge of that key line there, right? So probably not a good idea to put that one back together like that. Oh, it might have been just even more of a nightmare to get it apart again, kind of thing, because once you tighten these down, it would probably squish it in tight enough, but trying to get her out again, oh man, it would just be a nightmare. So but yeah, there was a fair bit of rust, I think, in there holding that. So when I put her back together, we'll be using my coffee? No, my lubey stuff that I like to use for this kind of stuff. And we'll globber that a whole bunch on there, and then she should be good. So we should sort of kind of temporarily kind of stuff that thing back in there so you can get an idea of what she's actually supposed to look like again. Let me work on that. This is going to be a brute. Yeah, that's about it. It's pretty close. This is hanging a little bit here because it's not attached, but there's not a whole lot of clearance under there compared to what there was, you know. Like, these are really wore down compared to these ones. Like, we've probably got maybe that much or so off. So that really takes off your flicking effect, right? So it wasn't really flicking, it was more digging in than it was, because these will kind of dig in and then flick it kind of thing, you know. I noticed it too with the snow. Wasn't so good because it would kind of sort of up in front, and then it would get on the brushes and then get sucked in and then lay down on the ground again. So this will clear a lot nicer. So, but anywho, I guess for today, it's about as far as we can go with that until we get some bits and pieces in. Alright, so we're pretty well done with the sweeper today. I'm going backwards. We're done with the sweeper, so we can get parts. But what I want to do right now is I'm starting to sort of clean things up back from all the winter stuff back there, the winter burials and stuff. What I want to do is sort of work up by the river here too, in the the river and the bridge here. Kind of clean up our little bridge crossing here. But if you remember last year, I chopped a couple of trees out of here so you know we wouldn't crash coming off the bridge. Is pretty much in line there. So what I want to do is see if I can get this stump dug out of here. So I guess we'll do a bit of digging. Let's get this thing somewhat in position here, and see how our attachment's going to work here with the quick attach thing on here, and the smaller bucket. I got the 24 on right now. Figured that'd be more than enough bucket. If I have to, I can throw the ripper tooth on, but we'll see how we do here anyhow. Well, it's not where I want her yet, but cleaning up stuff back there, I'm just making too much mess with driving on the grass and turf and stuff, so I'm gonna have to wait until she dries up a little more. But anyhow, we got her a little bit more straightened up here. Gonna try the test, I think, and see if the old bridge will hold our girth up, we'll say. I think I should be able to get up there now, mostly, anyway. Here we go. A big test. Hopefully she'll hold this. Seems better. Pretty much on the beams there, so that's good. Yeah, I think we're holding, boys. I think we're holding. So far, so good, anyhow. I can't drive off the other side yet because it needs a little more gravel put over there too, but I'm just gonna have to wait, I guess, a few more days. Maybe another week until it dries up some more. We get some sun on her there, and the wind helps too to dry it off. Get rid of that mushy mud, because it's not super bad, but I'm sinking enough where I can see some pretty good tire marks left, you know. So that ends up making more work for you. You leave all that mess, you gotta clean all that up then too. So we'll have to wait, but she's holding, Iron Man. She's holding. Man, he was mad at me when I showed that picture of the other bridge and the tractor was like this in the water. Oh, he was mad. Oh, so yeah, we got the I-beams in here now, and she's good, buddy. I think she's holding. I don't hear any funny noises anyway, so. Now, mind you, that's not coming up with 3/4, half a ton of dirt in the bucket, but the tractor itself, 7,500 pounds. Tires are loaded on the back. That adds another probably 300 pounds, 250, 200, 300 pounds to the back. So there's a bit of weight, plus the guy driving it. Adds another 130 pounds to it. But anyways, 230 pounds, something around there, I don't know. To something. But anyhow, yeah, we're pretty solid. The bridge isn't wiggling, the tractor's wiggling, but yeah, I think we'll mostly be okay. Now, it's not every day I'm going to be driving this thing over, but it has the potential to be able to drive it over, you know, so, which is really nice. Probably drive the little guy, the little tractor more than I would this thing over it, but because it's a bit tight getting through here. I almost need to cut out some more trees, but I think that's pretty well good enough. Gives us a fair bit of room, so the little guy comes out fine, but this big fella is a little more manipulating to get in and around the curves and turns and curves and stuff. But anyhow, I guess that's probably going to be her today. We'll have to wait for parts for that sweeper, and wouldn't have to if I didn't break it, but it happens. I don't know if that was going to come out any other way. Really hard to say. It was being super stubborn on that shaft, so I'll put her together, clean her all up nice, and then we'll goop her up with the anti-seize stuff. Whoa, we just fell! Tricked you! No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding you. Sorry. Sorry if you just fell off your chair. But anyhow. That was really mean, I know, but happens. But anyways, yeah, we'll have to wait for parts, get that all thrown back together, and then she'll be good for another 3-4 years of sweep, and probably even more, because I don't really generally use it quite as much as I started off to at the beginning, because, you know, I got more better snow equipment now, so we use the better, bigger stuff. It makes our life a lot easier and faster, quicker. So that thing will probably mostly get used on grass for whatever, and a little bit on the road, like this sort of time of year. I've already done her, but sweeping the roads and the grimy stuff they leave on the roads, right? All that kind of garbage, and then all the stuff that gets thrown into the, just past the bridgey thing there, all that boulevard there. I swept all it off, blew all it out of the way, so cleaned her up real good. And geez, so those might even last. Might have to put another set of bearings on before it brushes again, who knows. But yeah, I think doing those bearings is probably not a bad idea, because it's going to be doing, well, some sitting, so next time I went to use her, they might not be any good. So that one seems okay, but the other one, a little questionable. I'm not too sure now on that one. So, but anywho, we're going to head her out, I guess, for today. Day's almost over again. Oh, I went and got some oil just after lunch there for the bike. Got to do a almost 1,000 kilometer oil change, the break-in oil change they call her. And hopefully we get some parts coming in soon for that thing too, for exhaust stuff. Holy cow! Had to think about that. And hopefully we can get those rocking. Get the exhaust on there, and maybe open her up, get the new programmer figured out and thrown in there, and that should hopefully liven her up a little bit, get us a little more potential. They're claiming it adds 15 to 20 odd horsepower to the thing, so that's pretty darn good, you know, for basically just bolt-on performance. It's not actually tearing motor open and redoing, you know, cylinder and piston and stuff, making her bigger, which you could do too. You could put the big bore kit on, and that goes from 250cc stock to a 303, but apparently it runs an awful lot hotter, and you really got to watch a lot more different stuff. So I don't know, I don't think I go that far with it. We'll see how these performance improvements do. I have drilled out the air box and removed that backfiring screen thingy. That's a super big air volume reducer dewy thing, you know. So that should help. I haven't been on it since I've done that, but I might take it for a boot tonight. Tonight's homework night, Wednesday night again, so homework night with the kids. So we usually go to the Dairy Queen uptown here, so maybe I'll take her for a boot then and see if it's changed anything. I probably won't notice a whole lot because it's still restricted coming out. You got to kind of do the in and the out, and so intake and exhaust, and then you'll notice a big improvement. Because yeah, you can have all kinds of air going in, but if it's still getting restricted coming out, you're probably not going to notice much. So it's only halfway done. But the tracking number they gave me from the CRFs only, which is in Ontario, California, believe it or not. It's funny, on the thingy it says Ontario, CA. Well, Canada, yeah, CA, no, it's California. So, and it's coming to Ontario, Canada, so I'm amazed it hasn't got screwed up yet, but apparently it's cleared customs yesterday, so it's on its way this way now. I'm not too sure where it gets bounced around from customs to where. It's sometimes the FedEx is really stupid. They'll send stuff in, it comes into Mississauga, and then it goes all the way up to Barrie, which is like an hour and a bit north of me, and then it comes all the way back down on the truck down to Orangeville. So it's just the way their routes work, I guess. But it seems kind of funny. Oh, man, I can't believe I haven't fallen in the river yet. This is awesome. But anyways, I'm gonna head her out. We'll catch you tomorrow. I don't really know what we're gonna be doing. I'd like to get some more of this crap out here cleaned up, but I don't know. It's still a bit mushy, so I can't really do too much. And actually, the last one I just dug dirt out of there, it actually had frost and snow still in it. So I'm like, really? But we've only had like 1 or 2 really nice warm days, so that's not gonna really do a whole lot. So got rid of the snow, but we still gotta do the ground now, you know, so it's gonna be a while yet. It's late this year, I'll tell you. I usually have everything cleaned up by now, usually. But started today, but it's just, I can't keep her going today, so this is just too mushy, making too much mess. So she leaves a big footprint, and you gotta watch the ground underneath so you don't make too much of a footprint, you know. So, but I will get her. But gotta show you that thing from yesterday. Let's go do that right now. That other thing I got for the project thingy that's coming up. We gotta go look at that right now because I'm gonna forget again. So let's go look. Okay, so this is what we got here, was a mini tube bender set. And basically what I want to build is and bend some steel up is for a little luggagey rack for the very back of the bike, like here. We'll use this as an example. So on mine it's got the dewies there, and then we'll attach it there, and then run the tube, bender up, and then do some cross tubies, right? Something like that. So seeing this yesterday, I'm like, oh, I was gonna just, you know, kind of heat it and bend it, but this would actually work pretty darn good. One-handed, 5 dies, 13/16, 1/4 inch, 5/16, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. I'd probably do it in 1/2 inch, I think. Yeah, give you lots of stuff to attach to. So it's going to be a bit of a learning curve, but there she be. And there's all your dies. And what happens is, yeah. Here. I think it goes that way. Hang on. What's going on here? Alright, so we're good now. Just a little bit of the paint, it wouldn't let her sink down there and tighten in. So basically you put your tube in, so you'd have a square pipe going straight through. So it's kind of hard to show you, but basically your pipe would go straight through, right? And then you select what size you got. So we got 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and then you start the squishing. As it starts to bend, get you to stand up here. As it starts to bend, these things should start kind of going in and slowly following the curve to what you want. Now, you have to also adjust. Got it actually upside down, I think, but these dewies here for high. Ahoy! Like that. So you got to make sure that's on, I guess, your half inch to, yeah, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. So that should give you a fairly tight radius bend. And can't really show you until we actually get some 1/2 inch tube stuff, but yeah, that should actually work pretty good. So these are just, feels like white metal, or really light. But hopefully the idea is that they should work. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Huh. Well. Huh. Huh. So yeah, we got to get some tube, and I don't know how thick a wall, just thinny kind of stuff would probably just be fine. And try our little bender out. It should work pretty awesome. But anywho, that's it for today. Thanks again for watching. So hopefully we get those parts in by, I think he said Friday-ish, around there. So we'll maybe boot up on the bike or something. I don't know, we'll see. And grab them back, throw her back together, and hopefully she's all good for another 10 million more miles. But anywho, you guys have a good one. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you tomorrow.